You don't need a password manager in 2025, or do you? I'm going to go over some of the things that make me think you might need one and why it would be very beneficial to use one. If you're saving your passwords in Edge or Chrome, the usernames and passwords are encrypted. But if a user is able to log into your account or you walk away from your desk and the computer is still logged in and they open up a browser, more than likely they're going to be able to access all your passwords. And this isn't very secure. Another reason why one of these applications isn't good to use is because they only work for web pages. So if you're accessing applications that require passwords, it's not going to work. And you're going to either be writing your passwords down in a place that's not secure or saving them in a file that's not secure. So in my opinion, the password manager is the way to go. And I'm going to recommend using Keepass. There's a bunch of different applications out there. A bunch of them cost money. Some of them are great. This one's one that I've been using for a while, and I really find it useful. And like I said, it's called Keepass. So you can do a Google for it. I already have the web page open, and I'm going to walk through on installing it and using it. You want to make sure you click on the new release, then go to downloads, and make sure you click download here. It's going to start to download once this counter finishes. There we go. Now I'm going to install it. Select yes. You can take the defaults. Everything can be installed. Yes, install. I'm going to have it launch when I click finish here. There we go. Now that the application's set up or installed, we need to go and set up the database. So you want to click on File and then New. And this is going to ask you to create a new database. Click Yes. You can name this database anything you want. I'm going to name it Database Keepass. Hit OK or Save. Then you're going to set up a master password. I'd recommend at least 12 characters. This is something that hopefully you can memorize. If you save this password in an insecure location, then the application itself won't be as secure. Down here, it will tell you how good it thinks your password is. And even with a 12 character with special characters, this one isn't as secure as it could be. It even tells me that this password isn't that secure. And do I want to move forward? I'm going to move forward. Now set up the database name here. You can call this anything you want. And then, okay. This gives you the option to print or skip this option. I don't think printing it out was very secure, but maybe printing it out for you and having that in a safety box or somewhere where you can't forget it or lose it might be a good option. Once you open the application and get logged in, it creates these groups to easily find your password. I'm going to set up or demonstrate just how easy this is to set up a password and test it. So let's do Bank of America. Bank of America. And here we've got the username and password. So we're going to copy this and come down to Keepass. And we're going to create a new record inside the home banking. So I'm going to go over here, right click on your mouse and click Add Entry. You can call it whatever you want. This is Bank of America, so I'm going to call it Bank of America. And then I'm going to paste in the URL. Here you can type in the username. I'm going to do test user. Then I'm going to enter the password. We'll make a random password here. We'll do a 40-bit random password. If you click on this 3 dots, it'll show you what that random password is. So that's what I'm going to use. Then hit OK. So now if I go back here and I do Bank of America and click on the ID, and then come over here and right click on Bank of America. And I have some options. I go down to URL and open a new web page with it in any of the browsers that you have installed. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and do that so you can see that it opens. Then I like to click in the user ID. Once clicked in the user ID, right click on your Bank of America and then click Form Auto Type. This will auto type the username and password and then log you in. As you can see, it failed, but it entered the username and password and then clicked OK. And at this point, you would be logged in. And that's how you could list all your different web pages, your different banks, your 401k, anything that uses a web browser, you can use this solution for. Now you can also go in here and go to edit and grab the three dots and then copy it and then type in your username and then paste in your password. You can do it that way too if you'd like to be more manually with it. All right, so now I'm going to show you how it can work for an application. I use Putty a lot in my line of work, and so I think Putty would be a good example. So we'll go to network device. I'll right click, add new entry. Let's do network switch. Now this could easily be, a game or any application you have installed on your computer that you wanted to memorize your password. We'll just do test for user. Do a real simple password here. I'm just going to do ABC123. You can click these three dots to make sure you typed it in right. Once you do that, you don't have to retype it. Then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to type in the IP address for this device and then hit OK. Now, I can open Putty and type in this IP address. And then type in my username and then go over here and grab my password like this and then paste it in there and then be logged in. Or you can set it up to automatically log you in, which is a little bit more complicated, but it might be useful long term. So I'll show you how to make a custom login. So you can come over here to the auto type and you can do override defaults. Now this gives you the ability to have pauses, tabs, different number of keys that you can send to make sure it logs in correctly. And if you click edit, you can come down here and you can see all the different options you can get to make these changes. So username, I don't want tab there because once it puts in the username, I want it to hit enter. So I would do that. I might also want it to have a pause because it might, it's going to try to instantly do this. So I'm going to add a delay. And if you go down here, you can see some of these options that I'm going to grab. So there's different kinds of delays you can use. I'm going to do this delay right here. And all I did is just clicked on it and it put it right in there for me. And this is just going to be a delay from when I hit enter to when it hits the password. Now, I can also have it, let's see, open up a program. We're going to go down here. We're going to see if we can add this program here. There we go. So I didn't see it originally. You have to have it open. Once you have it open, go here to add, and then it will automatically pop up there. So there I got the program it's going to do. I've got it entering the username, password, but I needed to type in the IP. So I'm going to go over here And instead of username, I'm going to add a different field to be able to type it in there. Let's see. I'm going to use the URL tab because I have that saved in the URL. So the very first thing is going to be here. Let's see where it shows you the groups. There it is. I know it's in here somewhere. Here it is. URL. Oh, URL, which is going to put in this IP address for the URL. The username. Then I'm going to hit enter. It's going to have a delay. I'm going to use another delay too. Once it connects. So maybe I'll do a delay right here. We'll do another 1,000 delay and then hit OK. Then we'll hit OK there. We'll close this. So now I've got it set up. I should be able to right click this and go to perform the auto type. Let's see, open it up. Now I'm going to do the perform the auto type. So I typed it in and then I got an error. So it didn't quite work right. So now we're going to make some edits to make sure that it works right. When I typed it in, I believe it hit enter, which if you type this in, 10.10, let's do 2.2. It's on the open already, so I just need to hit enter there. Let me just make sure it's over here after URL with the auto type. I need to have it hit enter. Ugh. So I need to enter. I like to have that one in the that top one there. All right, here we go. So it's going to type in the URL. It's going to hit enter. There's going to be delay. Then it's going to, I believe I'm going to need another enter in there, but let's see. Let's see how it works. Here we go. Let's do auto type. Types it in. Opens up a window, but it didn't tab over right. So if we go over here and test it, we'll get the 10, 10, 2.2, then hit OK. It's on no, so we need to do a tab there and then an enter. So we need to make sure we enter that on the setup. Let's go back into the setup, auto type. So we've got the URL, enter, there's a delay, and then we want to insert a tab and another enter. I'm going to type in tab. And then I also going to add a enter here. Then I'm going to hit OK. Now, if you weren't sure where I got that tab from, again, you can go, oopsies, into the auto type and then scroll through here and you can see I got a tab. There's up, down arrows. There's everything you could use in here to enter a password. So now I'm going to open it up and then I'm going to do auto type. Going to type it in. Didn't quite get it that time either. Let's see. What did I type in wrong? URL, hit enter. Let's do the tab. Let's do the enter. Okay. Okay. Form auto type. There it is. All right. So I don't know if you can see exactly what happened there, but it went through the menus too quick. And so it was already typing the username when the screen wasn't up. So we're going to need more of a delay to make that work. Let's go in here. We'll make another edit. We'll do another delay right after tab. And let's do 2000 on that delay. Then hit OK. Hit OK. We'll open up the app. Then we'll hit auto type. Looks like we're still getting the, maybe I didn't put the delay in the right area. So let's fix that. Yeah, I put it after the tab. I need it after the enter here. There we go. And hit OK. Let's give it a test. Form auto type. There we go. There we go. And I'm logged in. Now, it took me a few minutes to set that up, but if you've got hundreds of different devices you're connecting to, it can be beneficial. All right, now let me show you how to set up a custom password generator. This can be pretty useful too for making sure your passwords meet the complexity, the length that you need. Now, for complexity, I would recommend at least 12 characters, uppercase, lowercase characters, numbers, and special characters with a 12-digit minimum. So you can go in here and we'll change this down to 12. And then we'll add some special characters in there. Then you can come over here to advanced. You can exclude things, make it so things are more tricky if someone does capture it. And then you can click preview. And this will show you what kind of passwords you're going to be generating. I'm pretty sure most of the banking web pages now require at least 8+ characters. So going a little bit more secure than that with 12 is probably a good move. And you don't want to use the same usernames and passwords for all your accounts. If one account gets compromised, all your accounts will be compromised. So it's good to use different usernames and different passwords for each account. So I forgot to save it there. But you can come up here, get those things you like. Maybe we'll include those. We'll get down to 12 characters. We'll do special characters. We'll do some underlines. Quick preview. Everything looks good. We'll back over here and then we'll save this. So we'll save it as, I don't know, you can do it as your name or a custom setting. We will call this, we'll just call it test passwords. Hit OK. There we go. So now we're on this, we'll go back to this Bank of America. We'll right click on this and go to edit. Earlier you saw me not put a great password in there. So now we're going to go down and we're going to do test password and we're going to click it. And now you're going to see that we put a 12-digit password in there with numbers, letters, and special characters. Then hit OK and boom. That's a good way to make sure your passwords are secure. Now, once you do that, you want to make sure you save it. This will save it to the database. Anytime you make any changes to any of your passwords, you need to make sure you come up here and hit this save button. And that's just a quick tutorial on how to use a free password manager called Keepass. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. See you in the next video.